On my phone stand, and I had to because I get questions about how do I put the chains back on without taking the movement out. I've got other videos on that, but I'm going to title this video specifically how to put a chain back on without taking the movement out. And again, it's working on this cuckoo clock here that dropped off the wall. First of all, if the chain is out, that's what you have to have in the first place. And so you take the links off. You take the loop off. You take the thing that grabs a hold of weight off. You inspect each chain to make sure that it is going to be serviceable. Inspect each chain link, that is. I can run my hands along the chain as I'm looking to make sure there's no debris inside the links, but I can feel whether or not a link is messed up. So what you're going to do, you're going to want to grab a long screwdriver or a chopstick like this, barbecue skewer, and you're going to want to pull the chain that's on there up all the way so it doesn't come off, and then you're going to want to put this into the holes to find out which section ratchets. If I put it in this hole, I already know it's the wrong hole. And so I want the chain goes in from this hole and comes around and comes out this hole. So next step is you're going to want to grab a hold of the chain and stick it down in that hole. And try to align it up with the gear. And once you think you have it lined up with the gear, stick your... Sorry, I went in the wrong hole. I was right. Sometimes you doubt yourself. But as I was saying, stick it in the hole. This is the hole that the actual weight connects to. And then once you get it started on the gear, and I'm going to see if I could get it started. Once you get it started on the gear, you stick your screwdriver in the other side and you ratchet it. And if it started, that chain will go in, but it's not started, so I have to do this again. It sometimes helps if the clock has got side doors that you can open, but in this case it doesn't. And so you have to look at it as you're putting the chain in, and unfortunately I can't show you that on camera, so stand by. Like I said, once you get it started, you put your screwdriver in the other hole and you ratchet the wheel, and you'll see that chain, if you did it right, is pulled through. you should be able to see the chain pulling through. And as you're doing this, you have to tilt the clock, or the chain is going to go places where you don't want it to go. And give it a few ratchets, and then inspect it to see if the chain is where it needs to be. And you should be able to see the chain is coming out now. Let me turn on my light on this camera. You should be able to see. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. New place to work on. So the chain came out, and it might be stuck with another loop. No, there we go. And believe it or not, it's not that difficult to do. Your important part is A, make sure there's no particles of the chain inside the movement, and B, whatever chain is on, you have to where it's not gonna come off when you turn the movement upside down, and that's why you want to pull the chain so the hook is all the way up. And so now, all I have to do now is connect the hooks and the washers, and that should be simple enough. You just spread one of the links, put the hook on.